Your news for the state of Tennessee in about 10 minutes. Tennessee in 10 starts now.
Good morning. Thanks for joining us. I'm Amanda Hara. Right now, Metro Nashville public school leaders are trying to figure out what happened at Mountain View Elementary School last week. A teacher there is accused of taping or tying a first grader to a chair. Danielle Roan is now on leave while that investigation plays out. The district has not told us who made the allegation, if anyone witnessed the alleged incident, or if there is picture or video evidence.
You'd really want to know all the facts, but there's nothing that could justify a teacher doing something like that. What kind of disciplinary follow-ups the school has? I mean, did the teacher have recourse prior to? There's just a lot to that. But I would want to know what the school is able to do and, frankly, what their limitations are.
Metro Schools says this incident has now been reported to the Department of Children's Services and to law enforcement. The teacher will not be able to return to school while that investigation plays out.
Hello, I'm Taylor Tucker. The Mumford Police Department has arrested and charged a teacher accused of being intoxicated. Mumford Elementary reached out to the Mumford Police Department after observing concerning behavior from Melissa Rose, a third-grade teacher. She was taken into custody without incident and transported to the Tipton County Jail.
I'm Whitney Turner in the WVLT newsroom. More than 50 staff members at Americanore in Knox County are out of work after cuts by the Department of Government Efficiency. The program puts dozens of young volunteers in place to help nonprofits in East Tennessee. In exchange, volunteers often receive a cost of living stipend. Americanore says their grants are terminated because their awards, quote, no longer effectuate agency priorities. They say 52 full-time members have their service discontinued immediately. And it's not just Knoxville. The AP says Americanore cut 85% of its staff across the country.
I didn't want to look no more because it didn't look good.
We are learning a little bit more about what happened during trial yesterday, the Tyree Nichols trial. 3 former officers from the Memphis Police Department are now charged in the beating death. And so there was pretty substantial testimony yesterday from former officer Desmond Mills, who says he regrets not trying to stop his fellow Scorpion team members. They were all seen on video punching and kicking Tyree Nichols after he ran from a traffic stop more than 2 years ago. Mills said he used his baton on Nichols 3 times.
I heard the officers kept saying, give me your hands. And because I sprayed myself, I became angry and I used my baton.
He said the former officers lied to their supervisor on scene and didn't tell first responders about Tyree Nichols' injuries, including injuries to his head from getting kicked.
I knew it was a bad situation. I'm just trying to make it seem better.
The defense is questioning Mills' credibility, also making the point that working on the now dismantled Scorpion team was a dangerous job and that most suspects that they arrested were carrying weapons. Desmond Mills Jr. is testifying against his 3 former colleagues as part of his plea deal. He also pleaded guilty to federal charges. State officials now warning Tennesseans about another scam, this one involving fake text messages. And the safety alert is for texts that look like they've come from the SafeTN app. It's similar to the toll scam that you may have received. Basically, it's a text. It goes to your phone and says you owe money and could lose your license if you don't pay. The State Department of Safety and Homeland Security says it will never send messages like this. Their advice is to not click on any suspicious links. First Alert meteorologist Stefano DiPietro joining us with a look at the forecast where you live. Hot and humid for a lot of us today.
A lot of us today, and then heading into tomorrow, a lot of us under a severe weather threat. 2 out of 5 on that scale across most of the state, the exception being far east Tennessee, where it is a 1 out of 5. But we are expecting more scattered showers and thunderstorms for tomorrow than what we had, say, through yesterday. Main threats, though, remain the same. High wind gusts, heavier rainfall, maybe some good-sized hail with any thunderstorm. Tornado threat is very low. I wouldn't complain completely say it's zero, but it's not a major concern for us. Today, a spotty shower or rumble of thunder, mainly out in East Tennessee. Most of us will stay dry. We're well into the 80s. It's also pretty humid for today. Brief shower tonight, Middle Tennessee, West Tennessee. That's not the severe weather threat, though, and should mostly be gone by the morning commute tomorrow. Here's the showers and thunderstorms developing by the start of our afternoon back in West Tennessee. Middle Tennessee, it's right through the middle of our afternoon between about 3 and 4 o'clock. Then as we head out toward East Tennessee, that's happening around the evening commute, if not just around dinner time, tapering off pretty quickly through the late evening and into the early parts of the overnight. There is still more rain that we are tracking, though, for the late part of the week and even into the early part of the weekend that we'll have more details on in the coming days.
Streets near Clayborn Temple downtown are still shut down as investigators try to piece together what caused the fire that destroyed the historic church. Now, the church was built in 1892 and closed in 1999. Since then, there has been an effort to restore the building. It was bought in 2015, and a $6 million renovation began in 2023. It was also ground zero for the 1968 sanitation strike that brought Dr. King to Memphis. Carrie Pinson, who was one of the marchers in 1968, said this building should have been more protected.
I hope that they will put some kind of security around the entire church. That's what needs to be done, because Clayborn Temple should be a model for Black history. It should have been protected. It should have had a gate around it with the lock and a key.
Again, crews say determining the cause of the fire at Clayborn Temple will be complex and time extensive.
Well, school districts in Tennessee will soon be allowed to add merit-based pay for teachers. Lawmakers say it rewards teachers for performing well in the classroom. The governor just signed this into law. It allows teachers to get either a one-time bonus or get a raise to their salary. Districts can use the money through the Tennessee Investment in Student Achievement Fund. The new law will go into effect this upcoming school year.
Well, it's a big event every year, and we now know when the lottery will open to see the fireflies in the Smokies. It's an annual event in Elkmont, and every year the park hosts several days where you can see the synchronous fireflies. The lottery is set to open this Friday at 10 in the morning. The park is giving out 960 car reservations through the lottery. Each reservation is good for one car with up to 7 people inside. You will need to pay $1 to enter. If you win a spot, it's going to be another $29. Once again, it opens on Friday. Back to you.
Thanks for watching Tennessee in 10. We're going to send you back to Local News Live. That's our parent company's streaming news service. Have a great day.
This is Tennessee in 10, streaming your news and weather across the state in about 10 minutes.